Greetings, everyone. This is Stirring It Up with Chef Beee Live. We are here at Ewe Fresh, and I am here with Dr. K, Dr. Catherine Iga Phillips of Mind, Body, Spirit, Wellness. I'm so excited to have this lady. This is my doctor, y'all. And she has agreed to come and be with us today. And our topic of today is food and essential oils as medicine. We were thinking about, well, what kinds of things should we talk about? And because it's November, because it's getting colder outside, we figured, you know what? We need to talk about immune boosting foods, immune body boosting foods. That's like a tongue twister. And so we just came up with some awesome offerings for you all. So let me tell you what's on the menu. Today we're gonna have some berbere lentils. I'm gonna show you how to, we actually started those because we wanted to get them going. We're gonna also have some sauteed greens, so we're gonna talk about cruciferous vegetables. And then we're gonna also talk about our healthy fats, right? So yes. Avocado salad. And then we're also gonna show you how you can really incorporate the essential oils daily with some just simple beverages. It's gonna help to just cleanse the body. Yes. All right, so let's go on and get started. Dr. K! Dr. K, Dr. K, Dr. K! Yes, so I want you, wonderful lady, to tell everybody about yourself, tell them about the clinic and all that you're doing. So Dr. K is an MD, but she has a very different approach to her practice, and it's just, that's one of the reasons why I love going there, and I love them so much, because it's in alignment with how I view wellness, and I think that's a big piece when you're looking for a healthcare provider. You need to have someone that's in alignment with how you view wellness. Absolutely. So you were gifted to me by two wonderful people. Big ups Alvina Atkinson. Alvina. Big ups Gina Golden.
Thank you.
They rave about you. And so I said, let me go check this lady out. And it's been wonderful, and it's been a journey ever since. So. Yes. So tell them about Mind, Body, Spirit, Wellness, and then we're going to kind of jump back and forth and talk about the food.
Okay, well, I guess let me start from the beginning. So I've always been into like natural healing and remedies that didn't have side effects and things like that. Yeah. I grew up in a Nigerian household, so my family is Nigerian. We did a lot of like herbs and creams that at the time, of course, I didn't know like medicinal properties because I was a child, but everyone knew that if something was wrong, do this or rub this or drink this, and it would work. So then I knew early on I wanted to help people feel better. That's how it translated for me as a child. Every time I would take the little career assessments and was like, help others. Yeah. That's where I always landed. So I just started going down that path of candy striping in the hospitals and, out volunteering and shadowing other doctors. And I knew that's the world I wanted to be in. I went to medical school because that was the only way I knew to become a doctor. Now there are tons of options, but at that time I went to traditional medical school. In medical school, it kind of, like I was confronted by the large amount of like pharmaceutical things that we were being taught, and programs and curriculum was like, and another pharmacology class, and another pharmacology. Wow. And then there was really nothing on like nutrition or like using food to heal. Right. And so that was about maybe halfway through, I was just kind of asking or inquiring about natural, holistic, integrative medicine, and I was just kind of like shushed, we'll get to that another time, but that's not really real medicine, like that kind of a response. So I figured out it was more of a negative connotation at that time. I tried to work with other more natural physicians, and I was shut down out of school, like, we really want you to do like a cardiology rotation or a neurology rotation. So I was able to find a doctor, Dr. Claiborne.
Yes, Dr. Claiborne. Big ups to Aisha Claiborne. If you're watching, we love you too.
Yes. So I was able to reach her. So because she's board certified family, I went into her as family training. But when I was in the practice, we were doing like acupuncture and Reiki and the herbs and the oils. And then I was just like, this is it. Like, this is where I need to live. Yes. She became my mentor, and then like now we're like besties.
Yes.
And so I just continued in that path. I couldn't go back.
Yeah.
Once I discovered this, I couldn't undiscover
Yes.
what I knew. So
Yes.
I then couldn't plant myself in a completely conventional environment and operate freely. If that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Oh no, that.
Yes.
And you know, I'm gonna say this: the courage to be an MD and to be doing what you all are doing is so powerful. It's different,
It is
and
different,
the money doesn't come quick.
Right. Yeah.
You take more time with your patients, but that's the way it should be, because it's a relationship that we form with our healers.
Definitely.
And it's not a 15-minute. You go in, you sit down, they tell you, okay, no, I'm going to send this to you, give you this prescription, and then you run out.
Yeah.
It's a relationship. They need to
is.
know who you are, what's happening in your life,
Yeah.
so that they can support you in your healing journey. So
definitely.
That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it.
Yeah, it is definitely a journey. It's not a one pill and you're done type of thing.
Yeah.
I consider myself more of like a wellness coach because I'm here with you on the sidelines. I drop little tidbits, draw out the play for you, release you out onto the court.
Yep.
You live life, check back in, and we regroup. And so I'm doing this with you.
Yep.
It's not me telling you what to do and you're off to try to figure it out on your own. And Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness Center is the brick and mortar, the practice where people can come and receive care under all of those principles that we just talked about.
Beautiful.
So
we're going to actually get into some more of the services, but again, this menu today is really about the time of the year that we're in. And the time of the year that we're in is about boosting that immune system. Yes. Now, I was actually going to add some to the list, and we don't have it. We didn't have it in the house, but Moringa.
Yeah.
Moringa is a huge immune boosting food. And we didn't have any Moringa in the house, but you need to get some Moringa. We're going to drop that in the comments, all right?
Yeah,
you need to be eating some Moringa every day in your smoothies, in your soup, in your something.
Definitely.
It's powerful.
Very powerful.
Very, very powerful.
Yeah.
All right, so we have these lentils. So come on over, cameraman. We have some lentils going. These are some organic green lentils. And I'm going to actually have Dr. K, while we're cooking, to just share some of the medicinal benefits of some of these things. This is it's rich in protein. It's very easy to digest. I know that. And the way we're going to prepare it today, I'm going to add some onions to this.
Yes.
Just a little bit. All right? And we're also going to add some garlic. All right? And I'm going to add a little bit more water to this. I'm going to add a little bit more water to this just so that it can cook down a little bit more. This is bebede. Have you heard of bebede?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Not everybody knows what bebede is.
No.
But it's this awesome spice. It has fenugreek, chilies, garlic, paprika. It's just like a blend. And it's an Ethiopian spice that is used in just awesome food, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to just add the bebede in. All right? And I actually make this for my clients all the time. It's spicy, it's yummy, it's delicious. All right, and then we're gonna also add in some coconut oil, just a little bit of coconut oil. I'm gonna add a little bit more water in here. So anything else we could say about lentils that we want the folks to know about that's amazing for them?
Yeah, so along with what you mentioned with the protein, I love lentils because they are not as heavy on the system as maybe beans, which is usually the go-to for plant-based eating for protein.
Right.
A lot of lentils will carry other properties like minerals, iron, things that people who usually hop to plant-based eating become deficient in.
Gotcha.
So you can use this, sneak it in. It's great for like your skin. It'll help with your hair. You get a lot of good, healthy, good fats, basically. So when we say eat more healthy fats to help bring down the bad fat, this is what we're talking about. Things like lentils will give you a lot of good variety because there are so many lentils.
Yes.
So many to choose from.
Yes.
So,
this is the green. These are the green organic green lentils. Then they also have French lentils. Those actually take a little bit longer to cook. And when you do, they're nice in like soups.
Yeah.
Because they hold their form. This one is going to kind of melt away.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then we also have like the dal lentils, the Indian style. So you're right, there's just a wide variety, but all of them are just wonderful.
Yeah, as a family, very powerful. But you can play with the kind if you're wanting to have more antioxidants. You can do like black lentils. or you know, like that.
I like
That'll
that.
boost your immune system also.
Okay, so a
you
lot
can
of the
play
blacks, right?
Yeah. So anything black really is going to be rich in antioxidants.
Yes.
Like black garlic, black lentils, black beans, black berries,
Black rice.
rice.
Yes, yes.
So those are like power foods along with the greens as a traditional power food.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And then the other thing that we added to this, again, look, simple, right?
Very
I did
simple,
water,
yeah.
I did lentils, I did garlic, I did onions, and then I used a little bit of the Himalayan salt.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
Himalayan salt is a mineralized salt. That's actually all I use now. I used to use all these other flavor agents, and I mean, some people are fine, but I'm just like, you know what, just in your recommendation for me, one of the things that Dr. K suggested was to kind of remove soy out of my diet. So some of the amino acids and things of that nature that are really flavorful, they're soy based. You know, I stopped using those. And actually, you think that you're gonna miss things, and you really don't miss it. All you need is a little salt, just a little bit of salt, and some good salt goes a long way with some fresh herbs.
Recondition your palate.
Man, you know. So this is almost there.
I'm glad. So the pink Himalayan salt is highly anti-inflammatory. So that's a very good one, low in sodium. So the thing is, a lot of people associate salt with high blood pressure.
Yes.
And this specific salt, the pink Himalayan sea salt, actually will help you lower your blood pressure.
Isn't that something?
So it's
But now, are there some bad salts?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So, what are some of the bad salts?
So, like the traditional table salt that we all probably grew up seeing, you know, I don't want to like brand.
Right.
You know, your iodine, your high sodium. This is not to be confused with other sea salts because now there are other sea salts popping up that could, you know, confuse you from, you know, now which sea salt is Mediterranean and the Himalayan, but you want to look for the pink.
The pink.
Pink Himalayan sea salt is going to be the one that's more towards the top and have the highest amount of anti-inflammatory properties for you.
Beautiful. And that's like literally that's all that I use.
It's very flavorful.
Very flavorful. And also lemon juice. Lemon juice is people sleep on lemon juice. Lemon juice is like a natural salt in my. It's like a natural salt.
Seasoning to a new level.
It's amazing. So you know, we can for the people who have hypertension. You don't need all these things that you think you need. You know, I struggle with that, and you know, it's about really removing all of these things out the diet, cleansing the palate, drinking a lot of water, and you actually start feeling. Wait a minute, it's just rich.
Right.
You don't need a lot of these things when you start drinking more water and cleansing the palate.
Yeah, a lot of us don't know what the food really tastes like because we drench it in seasonings and sauces and all condiments and things. So it's nice to just return to like, what do the lentils taste like? Like, you know, from nature. What do they taste like?
All right, so that's our first dish. It's really just simple.
And let me tell you guys, this smells amazing. You can't smell through the
smell-o-vision.
Right.
Smell-o-vision.
But I'll vouch for you that it does smell amazing.
All right, and I'm always about like when I cook, you know, I don't wash the pots and all because there's flavor in each level. It's like a layering, right? So what we're gonna make now, let that cook down a little bit. We're gonna actually do the greens. Okay. All right. So what we want to do is talk to them about cruciferous vegetables. Now, before we do that, I gotta say big ups to my folks at Grant Park Farmers Market. I'm in a CSA with the Patchwork City Farms, Jamila Norman. And we had these amazing, this was my batch. This is what she put in my bag, my basket. We have some Swiss chard. And Swiss chard is an awesome cruciferous vegetable, right? And then we also have the curly kale. She gave me some other things, but I was like, you know what? We don't really talk that much about the, you know, the Swiss chard.
Right.
So let's go on ahead and tell them a little bit about the Swiss chard and just some cruciferous vegetables in general. What can you say about that?
So first, let's define what cruciferous means, because a lot of people are probably like cruciferous.
Hold on, can we spell it first?
So that is cruferous. Cruciferous vegetables. So this is a family of vegetables that include like your leafy greens. So spinach, kale, collards, chard. The really leafy, what people think of as like superfoods, like your leafy green veggies, that's usually the cruciferous. Broccoli is also included in that family. The deal behind cruciferous vegetables, they are a superfood in and of themselves. So
Yep.
cruciferous vegetables, in accordance with our theme today, highly immune boosting. They contain a lot of properties that are anti-inflammatory, high in antioxidants, and they actually contain properties that can help you with, we mentioned before, the soy.
Yeah.
So the link between the soy for a lot of us today is excess estrogen.
Yes.
For a lot of us, a lot of women today are having things like fibroids or cervical cysts or breast cancer.
Yes.
Endometriosis. All of these are what we call estrogenic conditions that are sparked by estrogen dominance.
Yeah.
And so one thing we do help to do with people in these conditions is to siphon off excess estrogen. And one major food group that helps us to do that, cruciferous vegetables, they contain a compound that actually helps to reduce the amount of estrogen levels in the body. And so what we do for people who don't want to eat bushels of chard all day, we can give that to you in supplement form. So at the Wellness Center, we can give DIM.
Yeah.
DIM.
The DIM, yeah.
Is the actual property that's found in the cruciferous vegetables.
Gotcha.
Or you can just eat cruciferous vegetables.
I would just prefer to eat it, right? You know, but you know, we know that living in America, just living in the society that we live in today, we have to supplement.
Yeah.
So, and that's because of the quality of our soil, right?
Yeah.
Our soil, and because the soil has been depleted.
Yeah.
You know, even though you're eating a bushel and a half of the chard and the kale and all of these things, there's no guarantee that you're getting the full nutritional value that it was traditionally, right?
Absolutely.
So we just add some supplementation in the mix just to make sure that we're getting all the things that we need to get, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So these cruciferous are going to give you your iron, which is again something that people who go plant-based tend to lack a little bit. The protein and the iron seem to be the two biggest, like, you know, red flags. I'm in trouble. I can't figure out how to pick those up.
Right.
Cruciferous vegetables will help you do that in a form that's highly absorbable.
Nice.
Your body receives it well, breaks it down well, and it's just, they taste great.
Tastes amazing. Taste them. Now again, all of these dishes are super simple. I mean, maybe 5-6 ingredients for my lentils. So with this, I use coconut oil again, right? So just like a little teaspoon of coconut oil is gonna give you this amazing flavor.
Yeah.
We also added some red peppers.
Yeah.
We added some red onions, and then I'm adding some garlic. Mind you, many of these things was on Dr. K's list when I was thinking about, okay, what should I make?
Immune boosting foods.
Immune boosting food. So I was sticking close to the list. I like a list.
Yeah. So let me tell you what you just put there. So the peppers, high in vitamin C.
Yes.
So another immune boosting quality that a lot of people think when I need vitamin C, let me get oranges.
Yes.
Or you drink orange juice. And then it's like, what else? And it's like, what else? I don't know what else. But there are vegetables that carry just as high vitamin C, if not more, than the fruits.
Yes.
So like your kiwis, oranges, yes. But also in the veggies, the red peppers, high vitamin C. High vitamin C.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then the garlic, right?
Garlic, yes. And I saw you put onions, garlic. So the garlic, high immune boosting food.
Yes.
So actually, if you're in the midst of battling like a cold or a flu, I actually have people incorporate more garlic, more onions, more mushrooms, things like that to boost in real time, cut your healing time in half.
Wow.
With whatever it is that you're going through. Or on the back end, on the front end, you can actually prevent getting sick from actually incorporating those now as we're entering into the flu season.
Yes.
And just do your own due diligence to not get sick so easily.
Yes.
People are getting, the flu season is starting early.
It's right because people are
getting sick already. Yeah.
They're not doing what they're supposed to do. All right, so look, I cut up my Swiss chard. I'm gonna actually let this cook down a little bit, and while it's cooking down, we're gonna also cut up the kale. Now, mind you, I don't overcook my greens. I just let it wilt a little bit because I like to have a heft on the plate. You know, if you overcook it, you're not gonna get that heft on the plate. And then I'm just gonna turn this up just a little bit. So these greens are all organic. Of course, when you guys are going to market or you're buying any of these things, you wanna make sure that you are adhering to the list the Clean 15. And I believe Swiss chard, the greens, kale, these are foods that are heavily sprayed. Heavily sprayed. So you want to make sure that you go organic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am in a CSA that's here in Atlanta that's local, so I know my grower. Mm-hmm. She don't play. She's very meticulous with what happens on her farm. Nice. And I trust her. Nice. You know, she's one of my dear friends as well. Yeah. And so really it should be that kind of thing when you're talking about foods that's going into the body, if you're able to, right?
Yeah.
Did you cook the stem of the chard?
Absolutely. I cooked the stem of the chard. You can use the whole stem. These are more tender kale because they're baby kale. They haven't grown up as much. When they grow up, they get a little bit tougher. So the younger they are, the more tender they are, right? And if you do get kale that's a little bit more mature, the stems, you don't have to waste it. You can actually add that to your juicer. And you can juice the stems if you don't want to eat it, okay? So nothing
and the
goes
same
to
for
waste.
the chard?
Same thing goes for the chard. Actually, I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to rinse these, and this is going to go into my juicer later on. Even like the peppers. You know, some people are funny. We're going to consume everything. And then not only that, once we juice it, whatever's left over, we're going to put that in the compost. Right, all right? So nothing goes to waste in the kitchen. Look at this, y'all. Look how pretty this is. Right? Doesn't it smell good?
It smells amazing, yes.
Smells so good. And once again, I'm just letting it wilt a little bit. I love that green color.
Colors are, my favorite color.
Yeah. All right. And we are going to plate this shortly and get to the next one. All right, so let's get back to some of the services that you offer at Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness.
Okay.
So tell them, because
and why don't you also tell them what you're doing with them? What were you working to improve that led you to visiting them?
So one of the things for me, I wanted to be at a clinic center where I was in partnership with my doctor. That was really important to me. That's number one. Two, I didn't want someone throwing medication at me because I know that I eat clean. I do a lot of the right things, but I do a lot. So stress management, hypertension, those things run in our family. So some natural ways that we can address those things. And one of the things that I will say is it's not just one, it's not a quick fix. Right. It's a holistic, integrative approach to wellness, right? So while we're working on the diet, right, that's on point. You also need to work on your meditation. You need to work on, just how you view things. You need to work on de-stressing. You need to work on a variety of things. So I do acupuncture regularly at Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness. All right.
And why did you go there?
With us every week.
Why did you go there?
I just said that. I just said
you were going to another doctor.
Yes, and they were giving you medication. So I found out about Dr. K and what they were doing, and I said, man, let me check them out. Let me try out what they're doing. And I was thoroughly impressed. It was just a more inviting experience for me. And again, in alignment with all the things that I'm thinking about how wellness should be.
Oh yeah. I'm glad you said that, and thank you for sharing that. Because I never knew quite why you came. So that's good for me to hear.
Yeah.
I like that you said it was an experience. Because we try to create an experience at the Wellness Center, not so much an appointment visit.
Yes.
So when you come, as soon as you walk in the doors, you're greeted with, aromatherapy, air purification, alkaline water, soft music,
all of that's there.
Educational video. Like it's really an experience. Like when you go to a spa, and we're really encouraging wellness promotion rather than waiting for the disease to happen.
Exactly.
So a lot of things we do cater towards our whole philosophy of balancing the mind, body, and spirit, which includes the emotions, financial health, social health, all of that.
There you go, look at that.
So we do therapies that are not going to have any side effects, and we do therapies that are minimally invasive.
That's right.
We have nutritional supplements on board. Examples of some therapies are like acupuncture, which is one of them.
I love that.
Acupuncture is more of within the mind, body, spirit. It actually covers all three. You can use it for all three realms: physical ailments, mental ailments. spiritual balancing, things like that.
Yep.
We also have vitamin IV cocktails called nutrient IV therapy.
Woo.
Those are very popular.
Yeah, now tell them why people are moving in this direction, because I started doing that at another clinic, and I was like, wow, this is really different. But tell me a little bit about why people are using this as a tool to get their vitamins.
So we live in a society of quick fixing, right? Everyone wants results now. So of majority of our therapies, the vitamin IVs are going to give you results immediately.
Yes.
So what it actually is we're taking the IVs that you're probably used to seeing in the hospital, we infuse it with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants that cater towards what you're lacking.
Got it.
So you get your own customized bag of nutrients. It's suspended in water, so you get a boost of hydration with that therapy. Deliver it directly to the bloodstream intravenously, so we're skipping the whole GI system. We're not worrying about how well you're breaking things down or absorbing things. We just bypass it altogether. We're feeding the cells directly with nutrition. When you do that, powerful things happen.
Right.
Boost of energy, brain clarity. You're sleeping very well.
I need that one.
I
need to get that one.
Yeah. I had people the last flu season coming off of the streets because they were refusing antibiotics, Tamiflu, all of the conventional treatment for the flu, and they just wanted that, and it would cut the recovery time in half. So just general immune boosting. It's customized cocktails, so we're using that also for cancer therapy as well, helping to preserve the entire, how can I say this, the person as a whole. So the things that you're robbed of when you go through conventional treatment for cancer, you hair loss, you're losing weight, all of that, you can replenish with the nutrients that the chemo is wiping out.
Wow.
And so you're bouncing back from your treatments quicker, and you're not suffering from all of the side effects that the treatments are causing.
Right.
And then some people are refusing the treatments completely and just using the IVs and the cancer program, the natural cancer program. And so for that, we're putting together cocktails and IVs that actually are helping to shrink the tumor size and stop the tumor spreading rates from being so quick. And it's all natural. So of course that'll be a different cocktail than like what I give to you. Sure. But any cocktail can be devised depending on whatever you're going
the
through.
Issue
Autoimmune, cancer, all the way down to allergies, cold. Yeah, so that's a very powerful therapy. We do a lot of mind-body stuff too. So like hypnosis, medical hypnosis. Chakra balancing. We use a lot of healing stones, healing crystals. We do timeline therapy. We do Reiki, like energy healing. So that's more of the mind part of the mind, body, spirit wellness.
Man, y'all doing some incredible stuff.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on in there.
How many doctors or people are there?
Yeah, so we have 3 practitioners and 2 like administrative. And we look at ourselves like a team, so it's not like staff really, or like anyone is subordinate or under someone else. Like we're all working together simultaneously on each case and each person. So although like when you come, you may only see my face. You've been consulted, like indirectly, or your chart has been evaluated by a team of people.
Now, I would even say when I got my results from all of my assessments, my tests, it was a consultation, it was a conversation that I had with 2 doctors that were on staff at the time. So we scheduled the time together as a team. And one person couldn't make it, then we had to reschedule so that both people were on the phone to discuss what they saw and what we needed to work on.
More heads
so I love that.
When we're approaching cases, we see everything. Every single thing has walked through the doors of the Wellness Center. From, like I said, end-stage cancer, all the way down to like, I have nothing, and I'm perfectly healthy, and I just want you to keep me healthy. So we see everything in the spectrum. So we're always taking this team approach because it helps us to make sure nothing falls through the cracks and keeps us sharp and keeps you getting the highest quality of care at all times. So that's really my mission and goal, is for you to have customized, high quality integrated, like natural care at all times.
Do you work with children?
Yeah.
I knew I had to ask that question. I'm like, yes.
We love everybody. We love men,
looking
women.
for children.
Oh yeah.
We're looking for one, so that's awesome.
Yeah, and we do. I forgot to mention hormone balancing also.
Yes.
So a lot of people think that's just for menopausal women for some reason, but we're seeing younger and younger people need hormone balancing because of stress.
Yeah.
So people who are chronically stressed, we're seeing imbalance in their hormones. They're depleting certain things because they've shot their adrenal fatigue.
Yeah.
Now the body has to kick into second string. Where do I pull for energy?
Yeah.
And then the hormones get impacted. So we're seeing people in their 40s, 30s, even 20s who are like low testosterone or too high estrogen. All of these things that we're able to help with at the practice and help with balancing and naturally giving you hormones that are not synthetic and that are bioidentical. So
beautiful. 2 questions. So one, do you take insurance, or what kinds of insurances?
Yeah, so
insurance or all of this healthcare stuff we're talking about.
Yeah. So very important question. Because we are so natural in what we do, a lot of insurance plans will not cover for it yet.
Yes.
Yet. Some have plans that are covering like acupuncture or like chiropractic adjustments. So I think it's coming.
Different services.
But different services. But what we do to help with offsetting the cost for that is providing super bills at the end of the visit. We can give you the procedure codes, diagnostic codes, insurance likes to see, then they can reimburse you on the back end. We also have a lot of like financing options, so discounts, packages, third-party financing. We have payment plan arrangements we can work out with you. We have a whole bunch of things to help people with that.
And I'll also add to that, if you are, some institutions, some places of business, they offer a health savings plan.
Health savings account,
so
like
HSAs, so it's like a spending account. So it is your insurance, but it gives you the opportunity to go out of network and find a doctor that you want, as opposed to one that they prescribe to you that's on the list.
And
so I selected that option a year ago. Thank you, Alvina Atkinson. And I mean, it just gives you a whole lot more flexibility with finding a practitioner that is in alignment with you. You know, as opposed to the one that they say is on the list.
Exactly.
So you put a certain amount of money in there every month, and it just depends on the institution that you have and the plan that you have. Some of the monies, if it's not used up in the year, it gets transferred over to the next year. It just rolls over.
Yeah, and a lot of them will match you.
And they will match.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you get to a certain amount, they'll dump in, match into the account, and everything within the FSA, HSAs, it covers everything we do in the wellness center. Consultations, supplements, services, therapies.
Yes, indeed.
Will be covered. And a lot of people don't know they even exist.
Yes, so
we're
make
coming
sure
up
you
on
ask.
That time too.
Make sure you ask chiropractic services, all of those things.
Anything
that's how you
natural,
can get
holistic,
it covered naturally, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so gonna take a break and then we're gonna ask some more questions. So we're done with the cooking. Now we have some raw food, right? So I'm bigging up a whole bunch of people because I just want you to know all that I do is from all the beautiful people around me. I just get inspired from everyone. This dish is from one of my best friends from college.
Okay.
She's from Haiti. And she made an avocado salad for me all the time. She used to cook all the food for me, right? And this avocado salad has Roma tomatoes.
Okay.
There's some red onions in there.
Okay.
And then, of course, avocados.
Yes.
Now, these are Haas avocados.
Yeah.
These are Haas. The avocados that she grew up on were more like the Caribbean, big, juicy,
giant,
the green avocado. So really one of them would be like maybe triple this amount, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna just basically take out the pit, and for those of you who don't know how to do that, I'm gonna show you quickly. You basically just cut around the avocado like so, and then you just give it a good nick like this, and then you kind of twist, and voila, it's out. So then what she would do is she would just cut it up into chunks like this, right? And then you just spoon it out. And we could talk a little bit about avocado as a healthy fat. So this is raw. This is something that you would have at the side of your meal, right? Yeah. As a sort of a condiment.
Yeah.
All right, and the tomatoes as well.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah. So the tomatoes, another good source of vitamin C. Avocado Again, like you said, good healthy fats. The benefits of having a raw dish incorporated with your dinner, like a raw salad like this, is you're preserving a lot of nutrients that could be lost in the cooking process.
Yes.
So that's something else we have little control. When you know, like when you're trying to capture as much nutrients as possible, realizing that you could have a healthy dish in front of you, a lot of the nutrients may go as you heat it up to a certain temperature.
Exactly. So we want to preserve, we want to keep our enzymes in rotation.
Right, in rotation.
So that's why we do this. And so this is some fresh parsley. So now her avocado salad is very basic. It's just tomatoes, avocados, and then she also had she added some mushrooms. So I'm going to add that in here. So she added some chopped mushrooms. So these are some organic portobello mushrooms, right? And then salt, pepper, that's what she would put in there. I'm going to add some dried basil. It just gives it this amazing flavor, right? And then we have our Himalayan salt. And then that would be it. You just toss this together. You can add a little bit of oil to this. And I'm actually going to add in some grapeseed oil. This is a really, really nice oil.
Another healthy fat.
Super healthy fat. Not only that, this is a really good oil for when you're using essential oils. It's a really nice carrier. It's like one of the best ones, right? Coconut oil and then the grapeseed oil are really good carriers.
Super anti-inflammatory also, the grapeseed.
Yes, indeed.
People are taking grapeseed supplements.
Are you serious?
So if you can have the oil when you cook, or when you buy grapes, buy the seeded grapes, not the seedless grapes.
And then just eat the seeds.
Yeah, people are paying big money for them. Don't buy.
Are you serious?
Don't buy the ones without them. The seed is the most nutritious part.
Wow, look at that. Which makes sense.
Oh yeah,
the
of
seeds,
anything.
Of everything.
Yeah.
You know, I tell people all the time, I don't get rid of these.
Oh yeah.
I basically blend this with my smoothies because it's high in potassium.
Very high.
Super high. It's like 750 milligrams of potassium in one seed.
Yeah.
So
the avocado pit. Yeah. And people think it's hard, but it's actually not. Like
it's not. It's not bad.
The blades of your blender.
No. So look at this. This is our.
That smells good. That smells amazing.
We're gonna add this. Right, so this is our avocado. So we're having a feast today, y'all. All right, food is medicine. Yes, so we have successfully gotten through the 3 big major dishes. So we have our so far, and then we're going to talk about our liquids. All right, so we talked about all these wonderful foods. So I'm going to put this over here. But then we also want you to be mindful about the quality of your liquids, right?
Definitely.
Liquids are super, super important. Right here, luckily we have the alkaline water machine. We have, it's ionically charged water. We can drink this at any time. In the morning when we get started, you basically just take one of these. I fill it up. And I'm actually going to take this off because it's very oniony.
Okay.
And we can take, this is an organic lemon, right? I'll use one of these. And then what we do here, just as easy as this. Now look at this one. It's organic, but it doesn't have a seed. So it's so hard, you know, to find the seeded thing sometimes. So you could just squeeze. Oh, there is some seeds in there.
There are
just
seeds.
a few. So we add the lemon juice to the water, right? You can add honey, right? You could add like a little dollop of honey. You can also add in some apple cider vinegar, right? And what is this gonna do for us?
Everything.
Everything.
So, apple cider vinegar, again, super immune boosting, but also rich antioxidants.
Yes.
So what we've done here with the lemon and the apple cider vinegar is enhance the antioxidant properties of the water. So it's making it actually more alkaline. And we measure that through something called ORP, the oxidation reduction potential, or the whatever it is, its ability to reduce oxidation in the body. Apple cider vinegar, lemons, key lime, very rich
all of them
on that spectrum.
And this is also going to help to cleanse the inside of the body, right? So you're making the body more alkaline. You're also going to give your body sort of like a flush. Early in the morning.
Good detox, but good rejuvenation to the organ system. Water is the most important nutrient of all the nutrients to me. I can say it is a nutrient that's most commonly forgotten because it's not a food. But every single organ system in your body depends on water to thrive. properly. You can't name a system that does not need, and they need it in large percentages. The system coming in at the highest percent of need of water is the immune system, the lymphatic system. So that basically means by increasing your water intake, you can in real time increase your immunity, like your ability to prevent disease.
And actually that makes sense. Like even if you feel a cold coming on, if you just do sort of like this little elixir, you add a little bit of garlic in there and you just drink. You're just drinking water throughout the day.
Absolutely.
You're like, wait a minute. You don't even think about it, but the next day you're like, I feel better. Because you are killing all the yucky bacterias and all the bad stuff, and it's just getting it out the system.
And you're fortifying every single cell to now work optimally. So the key is drinking the right amount, and then once you're hitting the right amount consistently, then you can afford to play around with the type and drink the most hydrating types, which are usually your alkaline or your spring waters. And then the right amount.
So the right amount, y'all, whatever your body weight, you want to start with half of that in ounces of water. If you're more active, if you're running, you're going to probably want to add a few more cups of that to that number.
So for example, what are you saying?
For example, if I'm 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water per day. And you want to, I personally think it's better so that you don't get your sleep routine compromised. You want to start early in the day, hydrating early in the day, and then you scale back towards the end of the day so that you're not at 9 o'clock trying to get those right, because you're going to get up in the middle of the night and use in the bathroom, and you don't want your sleep to be interrupted.
And then you also could imbalance your electrolytes that way. So people who are like, oh my gosh, I'm 35 ounces short, and they start chugging it. You can throw off like your sodium, things like that. So you want to space it out throughout the day, starting with half your body weight in ounces, because the average American is underweight. So let's hit that first. But like you said, there are conditions where you need a little more than that, like pregnancy. If you're sick, like fever, diarrhea, things that are depleting water, you're going to need it. Extra active, if you're in a hot tropical environment.
Hot yoga,
right, exactly. You want to increase, but definitely for like average living, half your body weight in ounces each day. You'll see magical results within it doesn't take long.
And then also headaches, y'all. I realized that after my second child, he was nursing for 2.5 years. I thought I was drinking enough water, but he was taking all of my water, nutrients, you name it. And I had this dizziness. I'm like, what's going on? I was actually not drinking enough water. Once I stopped nursing, once I brought my water game up, I'm like, it all went away. It's so different now. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. So you don't think about it, but it's so important.
Nursing need almost double that. Also in pregnancy, it's a good secret hack to prevent stretch marks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you can hydrate and replenish the skin cells from the inside,
wow,
it trumps any.
Did y'all hear that?
Any belly rub and creams and oils.
Better than shea butter?
Better than shea butter? Because I use the shea butter.
No, shea butter is amazing.
I know.
But again,
in addition
to, if you can from the outside, use your shea butter from the inside. Lubricate the cells so when they're expanding and coming back, they're free to move because they're elastic now, they're replenished, they're hydrated. Prevent marks. That's what I did, was just beefed up my water intake, and I, expanded, contracted. No stretch marks.
Makes sense, right? From the inside out.
I love it.
Outside in, right? That's
exactly.
crazy.
It's always from the inside out. All right, so this is one way that you can use your water, right, to hydrate. So we have another one here. This is more alkaline water. And then what do we have down here, Barbara? What do we have here, Dr. K? My favorite thing.
Oils,
Essential oils. Absolutely. We have my little box here. We have all these awesome essential oils. And what we can do is actually make our own immune boosting drink that we can have every day. All right. So we have lemon essential oil. All right. Again, all you need is like 1 drop. This is 12 ounces. If you want to use this, you can. You just add 2 drops to this. So we're just going to use 1 drop. Come on, 1 drop. There we go. I want you to smell that.
I already could from over there.
Yeah, it's so wonderful, right? And actually, they say that this lemon essential oil is very pure. As you all know, I use doTERRA. actually over time it helps with your blood pressure as well, right? All right, we also have clove, right? Super high in antioxidants,
Super
right? Super high. And it's really good for the mouth, for dental hygiene.
It is.
Right?
Great for teething babies. Little clove oil on the gums.
Yes.
If you have dental work done, wisdom teeth removed, clove on the gums.
Rosemary is wonderful. Actually, you know what? The way this is lemon and rosemary together actually tastes like Sprite. It tastes just like Sprite. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Smell that. But if you think about it, it has like a Spritey kind of
it does.
smell. So we just use 1 drop of the rosemary in here, and then I actually left one of them out. We can add in here a little bit of cinnamon.
Yes.
Cinnamon bark.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a
This
good
is
one.
super good for folks who are diabetic.
Yeah.
It's helpful for helping to balance the blood sugar levels.
It is.
All right, that, and then we also have cassia. Cassia, they're in the same family of oils or just barks. So we can just add that. Boom. You can drink this every day.
Yeah.
You feel something coming on. This is like a natural.
It is. This specific blend. And let me just say too, as you mix that, all essential oils are not created equally.
Yes, it's not.
So please recognize the brand she is using is a very pure, very high quality brand that you can ingest.
Yes.
All essential oils are not made for ingestion
It is
purposes.
not. It's not.
So be careful.
So if you buy your little $5 bottle of essential oils, you know who you are. Don't put that stuff in your mouth.
Don't do that. Yeah, this is
Don't
a special
do it.
type.
This
We're
is a
drinking.
very special type. It's food grade. You all know that we have the cookbook, Bam Bam Bam, and we're only using doTERRA essential oils, food grade essential oils, certified pure essential oils in this book. All right, that's the only way you're gonna see the magic happen. All right.
Yes.
So
this blend that you specifically put together
Yes.
has actually been so popularly used. it's been named like the Thieves blend,
Thieves,
or
yes.
you were saying
Or
doTERRA
doTERRA has its own Thieves blend, and it's called the Protective Blend or On Guard.
On Guard,
And
yes.
they actually add in a little bit of eucalyptus also, and then they also add in some wild orange.
Yes.
All right, and it's beautiful. It tastes amazing. It enhances the flavor of so many things.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
But you can make your own. You can make your own. If you don't have that, you have some of the single oils.
Yeah, just
you can
mix
make
it
your
together
own.
yourself. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Very immune boosting. I'm talking about like in the midst of a flu. I have used this even like for my daughter who is now 2. I'm not giving her any pharmaceuticals, so the essential oils are the go-to when you have infants, babies, and infusing it like a diffuser. This exact blend into the air, her inhaling it overnight, reduced the symptoms and recovery time cut in half. And now you can drink it.
So this is for you. You get to taste.
Yes. The best part of
All
cooking
right.
show.
So yes.
That's why you came on the show, just so you could eat. Oh man!
Would you like to try too? We also want to recognize that we have one of our.
You have to scream when you.
Yes, indeed. Yes. So we have a studio audience today. Thank you so much for coming out and learning with us and sharing the space with us. We want you to try some of this and tell us what you think. Okay? All right, here you go. And I'm going to get you a fork. What you think, Dr. K?
Oh my gosh.
She's dancing.
I know, that's the good food dance.
It's the good food dance.
Wow, okay.
So it's a little spicy.
So what I don't like is the cooking shows where it looks rehearsed and they're like, this is fantastic. You know, like, no, but this is serious. Like, this is my authentic reaction.
Yay.
So, the lentils, the first word that comes to mind is hearty.
Yes.
Like, very hearty, like soulful, internally warming, and very filling. It smells and tastes like I'm eating like ground beef. Like, but
you're like, no, that's not
yeah. I know it's plant-based, but it's just so good.
Yes.
The seasoning's good. And then, oh my gosh, the shot. Yeah. So one thing I'm noticing is that it's actually chewable.
Yes.
So sometimes, you know, with cooking leafy greens, you have to master like the cooking length of time.
Yes. We
So
don't want to
like,
overcook it. We don't want it to be mushy because we're losing enzymes, right? And now we cooked it, right? But we're still getting some of that fibrous to make us feel like we're full. So when we cook all of that out, that's when we're like craving more food.
Yeah.
So
Burst of flavor, right? I like if I was just handed this bowl and didn't witness you watch it, I would think there were like 14 different seasonings.
Yeah, right?
I
kept
saw
it
you
simple.
only did, yeah.
Simple.
It's amazing, and then you balance it off with the salad. Comes in with
Real
cool,
simple.
crisp,
Yeah.
light on your palate. Very refreshing. Very refreshing.
And then the avocado,
yeah.
because we have a little bit of spice, the avocado is going to cool it down for you.
Very cooling. Yeah.
Yes. What do you think? What do you think? Yeah. Awesome. And once again, these are really, really simple dishes. We did not use 10 ingredients. We used some basic ingredients just because we know that people don't have the time. We know that people don't really always want to cook.
Yeah.
And so to make it a production is just not what we want to do.
Yeah.
We made 3 dishes in less than 45 minutes.
So fast.
It was fast.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
And look at how much. Look at how the presentation.
It's so pretty.
Amazing. You can throw together a little dinner party. Like, it's all plant-based. That's
all
the best part.
Plant-based.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Highly anti-inflammatory.
Yes.
Boost your immune system and taste amazing. We
So,
did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
All right, so Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers about your center?
I have one question before you do.
Oh, okay.
So, of all of the clients that you had come in, what was like maybe 1 or 2 of the most incredible changes that you were all able to support someone with? They come on with what, and they left.
That's an awesome
How?
question.
It is. Oh, most memorable. Oh gosh, there's so many. Well, I guess they're always like the real like end stage cancer type of ones where they basically were told like their hope was robbed from them in conventional medicine. I had a patient come in at stage 3 breast cancer. She basically had her breasts removed. They put fillers in her body once removing the breast.
Wow.
Those got infected. She reacted to those. Heavy metal toxicity. We had to deal with that. She was basically told she needed to have all of her female organs removed. And then she, at that point, was just like, no, I'm not interested. I would have nothing else left to live for. And she came to see us at the Wellness Center. We started on our cancer program. We have a full program that addresses all of the legs of your lifestyle, the diet, the rest, the toxin exposure, the physical activity, and the stress management, the 5 legs. And onboarded natural supplements that were anti-inflammatory. We're running those IVs I mentioned before. And then within about 12 weeks, she went back for her scans, and all of the tumors were completely undetectable.
What? You doing that kind of work?
So we did.
More than one time, too.
You doing that
This
kind of work?
happens often.
So she came into the
You
office.
a boss, Dr.
She came for her next IV. Like,
Wow.
I got some news. And I was just like,
Okay.
like you're gonna
What?
book another IV or whatever. And she told the story, and then we all just did the happy dance.
Yeah.
We were like, yes.
That's
And
so
she's just
wonderful.
one of like a handful within like the past couple months that have the same, stage 3 lung cancer, stage 2 breast cancer. So the cancers are the ones that the dreaded C word that in conventional medicine is very scary, very daunting, and you're kind of like, you lose hope within that. And we instill hope, which actually promotes healing.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're able to significantly help people in that situation. So that's very memorable to me when I can reverse someone who was told that they only have so many more days, weeks, months to live. And then they're not only still here, but their quality of life has actually boosted greatly. I guess another one would be, because you asked for 2, a child. I have a 7-year-old was brought for ADHD, a little bit of autism. Just first started with diet tweaking. So just one leg of the lifestyle, mom noticed a dramatic improvement within 6 days. And sent me an email, reported that. They onboarded some natural supplements for like calming, relaxing, brain boosting, brain functioning. The child, like no more calls from school. She was getting called every day, like come get him, he's throwing stapler, whatever it is.
Right.
And then the final phase was she wanted more focusing for homework. Onboarded CBD oil, which CBD stands for cannabinoids or cannabidiol. Onboarded that. We're taking a little bit of that each day, focusing, enhance, and now he's like
Chilling.
yeah, like removing labels, right, and diagnoses for people to not have to be put in a box that have stigmas attached to them. He's able to operate freely as a 7-year-old boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So those are just to give you 2 examples.
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so tell them how they can find Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness. What is the website?
Yeah, so the website is mbswellness.org. And then you can, from the website, you can follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. It's just at Mind, Body, Spirit Wellness now for both of those. I also have a personal blog where you can learn more about me personally and my story, stuff I've written about, like most of each of these foods I've written about. And that's called Returning to Nature. And you can access that simply by returningtonature.com. And then it has its own Facebook, Instagram, social media platforms as well.
Wonderful. All right, y'all. So for those of you who are out there, you're looking for something different, your doctors are not in alignment with you, you're just not feeling them, you guys need to check them out. Beautiful, beautiful folks.
We gotta come all the way to Atlanta to get it.
Come on to Atlanta.
Come on down.
All right.
You gotta go to where it's at.
They're located off of Cobb Parkway. All right.
Windy Hill Road.
Yeah, and they just actually relocated to another, like a larger space, so they can really sort of spread their wings and do more of the things that they want to do. So they offer different workshops every so often. We recently had one on CBD oil. There'll be some other ones. Our Prof Chef Beee will be doing some there.
I'm actually bringing the CBD oil one back as a webinar.
Yes,
so
nice.
If you follow social media, you'll get invited to that. It's in a couple weeks where we're talking about CBD oil for those who missed the actual happy hour.
Absolutely. Yeah, so please check her out. Check out what the services are. And if you are in need or you have a family member that's in need, you want them to talk to Dr. K and the team, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, so food is medicine. Food and essential oils are medicine. Today we made our bebede lentils. We also made our sauteed greens. And then we also made our avocado salad. And then we showed some really simple ways that you can hydrate using just lemon, some apple cider vinegar, and then of course making sort of an immune boosting essential oil elixir, I call it, right? For the body that you can take every single day. As soon as you wake up, flush the system out. Okay?
This is the true soul food.
This is the true soul food. Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
This is the true soul food. All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna eat.
Yes.
All right. Check out the book. Bam bam. The book is here. Very nice recipes. Dr. K told me that she was checking out the recipes.
What did she say about the book? What you say about the book?
I got a sneak peek.
She got a sneak peek. I was like, what in the world?
I was thumbing through them. The first thought was how easy. Like, I'm not one that likes to live in the kitchen very long. So if I can find something quick I can put together for my family that tastes great, every single recipe, quick, easy. There's literally like no, you could be at any stage of this whole plant-based process. And her book will guide you, like hand-hold you through simple recipes.
Along with the essential oils, because my big piece, y'all, is we want you guys using your essential oils every day throughout the day. We don't want you to just use your essential oils when something's coming up.
Right.
We want you to integrate the essential oils in all aspects of your lifestyle, topically, aromatically, and then of course internally. And that's where you're going to see the true value of these oils. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you're using the best quality essential oils.
Absolutely.
You do not want to use crap. I'm sorry. Just don't.
Yes.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So if you haven't picked up your book, get your book. Go to chefbeee.com. You want to get your book. Plant-based meals to go. If you just don't have time to prepare your own meals, you know that Chef Beee has plant-based meals to go. We have a 3-day, 5-day, and a 7-day plan. Everything is plant-based, GMO-free, soy-free. We use locally sourced greens when we are able to, and it's all made with love. And then you can also go on the site and you can get your education on the essential oils. All day, every day.
Powerful. Yes.
All right, man. So thank you so much for coming.
Audience. You better clap.
Yes, and we are gonna eat.
Yes.
So enjoy your Sunday. If you haven't gone out to vote, if you're in the state of Georgia, you need to go out and vote.
Yes.
Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday.
Deadline.
The deadline. That's the deadline. Vote. Make your vote count. All right, and we'll see you back here on. What date is that? December 18th. Vanya Francis. Vanya Francis is gonna be on the show. So check us out then.
All right.
Happy Sunday, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.